look insane. Like, I genuinely am unwell. Who is that man? Couldn't tell you if I saw him walking down the street. I don't know him from a sack of potatoes. Don't. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deandra Nicolette. If you're new here, my loves, today we're doing an old school, old fashioned get ready with me video. I love these on YouTube, honestly, and so I was like, let me do one today because your girl is going to speed dating. And so I was like, let me just chat with my girls, let's get on camera and do the get ready process together. So I just took a shower. I'm in my bathroom doing my makeup. The sun is setting. I feel like we're gonna run out of sunlight before we finish this video, but you know what? It is what it is. Doing some skincare first before I start the makeup. I went to the dermatologist today. I vlogged the other day and I remember telling you guys that I had some breakouts on my forehead and I just didn't know if it was a result of my skin all of a sudden becoming acne prone or if it was a reaction to this product I used the other day. Lo and behold, it's a reaction to the product I used the other day. So for my serum, I'm using this Advanced Snail 96 Power Essence in here. I'm just gonna do one pump of this. It's like super sticky, it's clear, very viscous. I'm kind of happy that they told me that it's a result of the thing that I used on my skin the other day because one, it makes me feel better knowing that this is something that I can correct over time. I did get prescribed a few medications and things to help me with the discoloration in my skin, and then also I do get acne on my back and shoulders, so I have a prescription for that. Also, I don't know what it is about my bathroom, but whenever I put my heat on, it makes so much noise in the vent. So I'm so sorry if y'all can hear that. I'm gonna try to like do noise control on the clips from this video and hope to God you don't hear it like crackling in the background because that sound is so irritating. Grabbing some moisturizer. I'm just using the CeraVe night cream because I've been trying to incorporate more gentle, very simple, basic skincare products right now while my skin is like in healing from what happened to it the other day. And CeraVe is actually a brand that my dermatologist let me know is like really good for helping my skin in this particular season that it's in. As we get into the makeup, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite topics ever. We're gonna talk about dating. I mean, I think it's on par given that this is literally an episode where I'm getting ready to go to speed dating. But we're also gonna talk through the products I'm using too, and it's gonna kind of be like a little bit of a makeup tutorial video in one because I love that style. So first up is my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I really like it because I feel like my makeup does grip to it really well. So I'm gonna put this all over the face. I'm not gonna be at the event for long. I think the whole event lasts for about 75 minutes, but I just wanna make sure that I have a barrier between my skincare, like my skin and my skincare and my makeup. And for me, that barrier is the primer. I'm gonna put a little bit of lip balm on these lips. Cannot be crusty for this video. I think I'm pulling out an oldie but a goodie for foundation. I have not, like there's dust. Can y'all see? There's dust on this top. I have not used this in a minute, but I kind of feel like today I want to play around with using products that I haven't used in a minute and like trying different techniques. I know, it's always when you're like, let me try a new technique. Baby, not when you're going somewhere important. Not when you're going somewhere important. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? I always do that though, so we're gonna do it today. But I really want to try underpainting, but I low-key, you know what? Let's try it today. Why not? Let's try a little underpainting situation. My lightest concealer is the MAC Pro Longwear. This is actually like super light compared to my skin, so I think this is gonna be a good one to try the underpainting technique. I have been to a speed dating event before. Oh, it's on my face. Ooh. It was fun. Like honestly, I had so much fun just chatting with people. Like I love being chatty. I went to Meetup yesterday and it was so much fun for the same reason. Like I just love chatting with people, meeting new people, getting out, trying new things, that kind of vibe. And it was definitely that. Like they did it where all the women were sat on one side of the table and it was like a really long table. There were actually 3 different rows, I want to say, and the men were sat on a different side, and everyone would get about 5 minutes to talk, and after the 5 minutes, you would move. Well, not you, not everyone. The men would move down one, so everyone got 5 minutes to talk to someone. But the thing is, because they had multiple rows, not everyone got a chance to speak with everyone. So what they did is, at the end of it, they had a mixer. And if you didn't have a chance to speak to someone, you had a chance to speak to them at the mixer. You could just go and, you know, mix and mingle, get drinks, and everything like that. So it's at a different venue. than last time. That's the first piece, but it's kind of the same deal. And then at the end of the event, like that same night, so tonight, you have to fill out this card. I look insane. I look, girl. Now should this be the thumbnail right here? Because I feel like it's giving controversy. It's giving, at the end of the event, you get to fill out this card, which basically is where you get to put down who you're into and who you would want to possibly see again. And once everyone fills out their card, I wish I had a mirror to use up close because I cannot see. But once everyone fills out their card, they basically match you up. So they send an email and they say, okay, Deandra, you liked, let's say a guy was named Freddie who liked me as well. They said, Deandra, you liked Freddie and Freddie liked you. You guys are a match. Here's Freddie's number. Freddie, here's Deandra's number. And then it's up to you to take it from there. You can essentially reach out to the person, message them, just take it and go from there. I don't know if I'm doing this underpainting thing correctly. And you know what it is? It's the fact that this concealer, y'all. Why do I always choose like when I have to go somewhere to try new things? Like this is so unhinged. Ugh, I'm actually unwell. Like I genuinely am unwell. But if it's one thing I will do, it's nonsense, tomfoolery, play myself, if you will, you know, cash. Yeah, so last time I went to this event, I ended up having 3 matches, and one of the 3 matches, okay, let me back it up. So I had 3 matches, but before the night ended, there was this one guy who was he was like actively pursuing me. Like when I'm talking, this man followed me on the venue because we were all having drinks and stuff, we were all chatting. He literally first of all, he gets my number before they even like did matches, whatever. He asked me for my number, gets my number. Then I'm on my way out and he follows me out the venue to ask me out on a date. He's like, I want to take you to dinner. Let's go to X, Y, and Z place. This is the day we'll go. We never confirmed the time. So he's like, this is the day we'll go. Let's go to this place. Obviously, when I get my matches and I see that he's on my list, I'm excited because I'm like, yeah, obviously we matched. We were vibing. We're going on this date. And so I text him because I hadn't heard from him, right? I hadn't heard from him after that night. And I text him and I say, hey, I think this was the day before. I was like, hey, just wanted to confirm because we don't have a time yet. Like, what time do you want to go to dinner? Make sure that, you know, I'm not gonna get stood up or nothing. Girl, never heard from that man. Never heard from that man that day. The next day, however, I heard from that man and he basically said, he made up some nonsense excuse. He was like, I forget what I can't even remember. It was so ridiculous that I can't even remember. I've simply blocked it out of my memory. Who is that man? Couldn't tell you if I saw him walking down the street. I don't know him from a sack of potatoes. Don't. Anyways, we literally never went on the date because he was clearly not standing on business about me. And to me, that was giving, you're a fool. But, you know, who am I to tell people how to live their lives? Who am I? Really and truly. I kind of want to use my Sephora foundation because low key, it has been like my holy grail foundation these days. But like I said, we're trying new things. So I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever HD foundation. And we're gonna try to go over this underpainting situation. So I'm gonna use like a little bit to start. And this, y'all don't judge me. Don't judge me. When I tell you this is the best brush that I have for applying foundation. And just because she broke, don't mean she don't work. Okay, okay. I don't know if this technique is really for me because I feel like I look insane. But anywho, the second guy I messaged and he just never responded. I never heard from that man. And the third guy I messaged basically let me know. First of all, the third guy was like stalking me on Instagram. He actually found me on Instagram. He didn't follow me, but I saw that he was watching my stories, which I was just like, okay, my name is like very uniquely spelled, so you can easily find me online. So I was not surprised that he found me, but he was watching my stories, so I was like, oh, like, is he interested? Girl, when I tell you, I messaged that man. That man said, oh, I'm just looking for something short term, and I got the vibe that like you're not into that, but if you are, let me know. I said, no, you got the right vibe. You got the right vibe. Your intuition was very much on point, mister. Yeah. But what gets me about the whole thing, okay, this doesn't look too bad, but like low key, it doesn't look that amazing for the work that I just went through. Like, I feel like I went through a lot of work just now, and I feel like I still need to put on concealer, and like I just don't think that it's giving all that and more for like what I just went through, but okay. But yeah, he was like, I'm looking for something casual, and he let me know that, and so I said, yeah, I don't think we're a good match because it looks like we're looking for two different things, and he and I just proceeded to never speak again. Honestly, for me, the most surprising thing was that man who was looking for something short term, because I'm like, dating apps, yeah, like you'll see a lot of that, right? But for someone to legitimately be like, I'm gonna get out of my bed, I'm gonna go to an event, I'm gonna seek out a space where people are congregating so that I can look for something short term, it's psychotic behavior. Is it not? Like, I just don't think, like, be honest with me. Like, y'all tell me what you think in the comments, because maybe I'm just like not seeing it the right way. But honestly, I feel like if you go to a speed dating event, to me, an event like that is giving very much serious behavior. It's giving very much, these people are looking for relationships, deep connections. It's giving very much effort, long term. Like, it's not, to me, that's not a place where I'd be like, oh yeah, like, I'm gonna go look for a guy to hook up. Like, just make your way to Tinder. Like, I feel like that would just be the easiest and simplest way to go about your business. Nobody is saying it's wrong to want short-term relationships or to seek that out, but I'm just saying, like, you gonna show up at a speed dating event looking for something short. Like, man, I was annoyed. And what's crazy is there was one other guy who I was like, I thought our conversation went really well. Like, it was such a vibe. I don't think I can read the room sometimes. Like, look, y'all, I think I'm the problem. Like, I think these men just be like being nice, and I'd be like, is he flirting with me? But in my defense, that happens to me too. Like, I'll be nice to people and they think I'm flirting with them. So maybe it's just like a human error, you know? There was one guy who I literally was like, oh my God, this is such a good conversation. He's so funny, yada, yada, yada. But literally, I did not match with that man. I think it was something like a week or two later. I was still on the dating apps at the time, but I saw him on Hinge, and his, like, what he was looking for was set to short-term relationships. So I was like, oh, maybe, obviously we could have not matched because like maybe he just wasn't attracted to me, but I was like, oh, maybe we didn't match because maybe he's like, he, you know, got the vibe that I was looking for something a little bit more long-term, and just was like, oh, that's not a vibe. And this is my MAC Studio Fix powder. My nose contour looks crazy up close. Like, y'all ain't say that. This is like what I get for trying a new thing and like doing that. Oh my God, on camera, far away from the mirror. Emphasis on far away from the, like, what the heck? And I don't have time to be doing the most to fix this, so I'm just putting makeup over it. So yeah, all in all, I just haven't had the best experience with the speed dating in Dallas, and I've only gone once, right? So at the end of the day, I also recognize that, you know, some of these things, it's like timing, right? But then it's also like the amount of times that you go, the amount of times that you actually give it a shot. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go again. Worst case scenario, I just don't meet anyone. And it's fine, I'm already in that position, right? It's not like it can get any worse, like it can't. Best case scenario, I meet a person or a few people that I connect with and I go from there. I'm excited to see how it goes tonight. Like, I am just trying to be positive about it and to not like have any sort of expectations. It's crazy because I've already been rejected once today. I went to this meetup last night. I met this guy who I thought was really attractive, and we seemed to be having good conversation. Like, he was just such a vibe, and we were having like a great time. We ended up exchanging social media information, and I just couldn't tell if he was like shy or like what it was. So I'm like, he keeps talking to me about like all these different things, but he's like not asking me out. But then I know sometimes like guys need a little extra hand. So I was just like, I'm very upfront. I'm very transparent. And I know my thing is I be fighting with the girlies who be like, you gotta stay in your feminine. Because one thing about me, I will be very much the person that's like, listen, here's how I feel. Okay, here's what I think. What do you want to do about it? And I'll be very upfront and I'll be very like transparent. And that can sometimes be interpreted as very masculine energy because it's kind of like you're being upfront, you're being very, like you're trying to make the situation happen if the situation's gonna happen. I end up messaging this man and I'm just like, hey, I'm interested in you. Like I find you attractive, I'm interested in you. I had a great conversation with you last night. If you feel the same way, I think we should do something about it. And that was kind of my way of still like being upfront about how I feel, but allowing him to lead still, right? So let me tell you where I'm at, take it from here. The way this man was like, told me he's just in a weird place right now with dating and people, and just kind of gave me a really soft rejection, which I appreciate, okay? I appreciate a soft rejection. Like, don't come out the gate calling me ugly. Just give me a soft rejection. Let me know you're not down, you know, but like, don't hurt my feelings. And that's what he did, give me a soft rejection. I'm still happy I like said something though, because I just don't like being in that space of not knowing and guessing and just kind of feeling like I want an answer and I don't know what that answer is. And so I feel like putting yourself in a place where you are upfront about where you stand and asking, you know, the other person like, hey, how do you feel? I think that's important. I'm personally always gonna stand for that. So I'm hoping that at least I get like a match or something that's like seriously into actually going on dates from this. Because like I said, the last time I was like, okay, I matched with 3 people. The odds are ever in my favor. And they weren't, darling. They weren't. And I feel like getting 3 matches was a good amount because I talked to some of the other people at the event and some people just didn't have any matches, some people just had 1. And again, it's gonna depend on like who you like too. So some women were just like, I wasn't into any of those guys, I wasn't attracted to any of those guys. So like they might have had guys try to match with them, but if they didn't reciprocate the match, then it wasn't gonna be, you know, a mutual match. So in other news, I'm moving. I'm so excited for this. I'll be doing moving vlogs and documenting the whole process and probably talking about it on my podcast as well. If you don't listen to my podcast, Manifest Daily, on every single streaming platform. I hope my eyebrows look insane. I don't know. I'm gonna use a palette that I haven't used in a minute because that's what we're doing. That's what this whole video is about. I think there's a makeup here on my lip. This is the Inferno palette from Bad Habit. Y'all remember when like the naked palettes and the naked dupes were such a thing? Like the naked palettes are hot. This is a dupe of the Naked Heat palette, so lots of warm colors. Back to the moving thing. So I'm moving. I'm actually staying within like the same community. So I live in like a gated community, and when I moved here into this particular space that I'm living in, I had a certain vision of things that were going to transpire in my life being in this space. And it turns out that pretty much right before I moved into this space, all of those plans fell apart. And so here I was, still on the hook to move and come here. And this is a beautiful home, do not get me wrong. This is a gorgeous home. I know that, I feel that. I'm absolutely blessed living here and being able to say this is my home at the moment. But I also recognize where there's a little bit of like energetic baggage, and I think we got to talk about that. Like if you've ever, let's say, been in a relationship and you broke up with that individual, or they broke up with you guys broke up, okay, and you have some of their stuff in your house sometimes. Have you ever noticed that sometimes when you're carrying around that energy of that person, whether you have their stuff physically out, or maybe you don't, but like you're aware of their stuff, or maybe you're not even aware of their stuff being in your space consciously, but it's definitely still there. It's almost like it creates this energy of stagnancy in your life in certain areas. So maybe you're struggling to move on from this individual or to find another partner because that person's stuff is still in your house. You still have their energy around. You're still almost like moving in the energetic realm of being in a relationship with that individual. And so now you can't move along fully, you know, go to where you're supposed to go because you're stuck. And that's when we talk about things like people throwing out stuff from their past relationships. That's when we talk about things like people cutting their hair, getting rid of the energy that the hair holds, the energy that the hair held when they were in that relationship. That's when we talk about cleanses, my loves. That's when we talk about cord cutting. That's when we talk about really making sure that you are not carrying around the baggage of something that is no longer. And I feel like in this home, I am carrying around the baggage of something that is no longer. And again, I know it is such a privilege to even be like, I don't want to live here because it's not energetically right for me, and being able to move because of that reason, because that's such a, to some it might be a silly reason, but to me it is a very important thing to honor. I'm literally just going to, is this dropping powder on my face? I'm literally just going to another home in the same community because I love where I live now. It's, oh God, the homes here are really nice. The people are great. It's quiet. I like joined a new gym and it's right by my gym. It's right by the grocery store. It's right by the coffee shops I love. It's like right by everything. It's right by the mall. So I'm just moving into another space within this community. And I think that is going to be the best solution for me, because that allows me to have a fresh start without feeling like I'm completely upheaving my entire life and entire space again. I mean, I kind of am, because I'm again going to have to hire movers. I'm going to have to pack my stuff up again. But this place is literally down the street. So it's like there's stuff that instead of me having to like put everything like crazy, you know, bubble wrapped boxes, I can like probably pack some stuff a little bit more casually, because I can literally just like put it in my car and drive it down the street, or like walk it down the street if I really wanted to. But I'm really excited about that. I truly am. Oh wait, where did I put that palette? Did I put it back? Okay, so for blush, I'm using Patrick Ta She's Baked. I love this blush. This is what it looks like. It's just like a really pretty, like orangey, not even like orangey, like I don't even know how to describe it. Like, let me show you guys. Maybe I can show you better than I can tell you, huh? How pretty is that? It's like very warm, and I feel like it complements my skin tone very well. So yeah, I'll be documenting all of that, keeping you guys in the loop, and I'm just looking forward to that new space. It's crazy because, again, if you listen to my show, you would know that I was going back and forth with this idea of moving back to Boston and kind of like just starting fresh in terms of the state, and feeling like, you know, what's here in Dallas for me, and kind of struggling with feeling like I had a community here in Dallas, and feeling like I had, you know, a life I could really build on here. And I had a conversation with myself. I literally sat down and recorded a voice note talking to myself, where I just went over everything that I was feeling. And is someone in my attic? Like, it's so ridiculously loud that I can't even understand why. But anyways, I had a conversation with myself, and I ended up landing on giving Dallas another year and really allowing myself to kind of sit in the discomfort of where I am and trying to really build those connections. My battery is literally gonna die in a few minutes, and it's crazy because I just charged this battery. I just charged it, and I don't have any extras right now because they're also all charging. So we're gonna get through this really quickly in like the next few minutes, but I'm just adding my highlighter on. I'm grabbing my, good catch. I'm grabbing my iconic London Prep Set Glow. You see how this has like sparklies in it? It's like a mist. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Date Night by Morphe. This is literally my favorite lip liner ever. We're gonna take off the makeup and the lip balm. I'm gonna line our lips. I need a mirror. Guys, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was still talking about the move. So let's do a little lining of the lips here. The contour looks really drastic on camera, but I swear to you guys, it's the lighting. It's the lighting, I promise. I promise. Take me for reals right now, I promise. It's not me, it's the lighting. I don't look crazy in person, I really don't. I also don't think I have the lipstick that I want to wear up here. So this is Cream in Your Coffee, but do you see where this is right now? This lipstick is done. I have another one of these that's actually like full and doesn't require me to dig in here like a psychopath, but you know. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm about to change your mind with what I'm about to put y'all onto. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. It's like $3–4 at the drugstore or at your local Ulta. This mascara is better than any mascara I've ever tried that costs extra money, except for the Smashbox one, because my only thing is it does transfer sometimes, and I have that issue because I have oily skin and oily lids, and if you have that issue with the transfer, the Smashbox mascara is going to be your best friend. The one in the red tube is going to be, hold on, I need the mirror. The mirror is way too far for me to be like doing this and acting like I can see, because I can't, I really can't, and I already got mascara on my eye. But I want to show you what it looks like with one coat, literally one coat of this mascara on my lashes, nothing else. Look at that. Do you see that difference? Like, that's crazy. Like, unreal. This mascara is unreal, and it's so cheap. Like, do not sleep on your drugstore finds. Do not sleep on your drugstore skincare. Do not sleep on your drugstore makeup. Like, baby, these elves, these Revlons, okay, maybe not Revlon, but these elves, these essences, they making gold out here, but y'all so caught up on some of these other brands. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names because one of these days I'm gonna work with them. We're gonna do my edges. I'm not doing too much, honestly. This is literally about to be the end of the video. This is the makeup look. Let's get something for the thumb. I'm so happy about how it turned out. All I'm gonna do that I haven't yet done is add gloss, and it's gonna be like a clear gloss. Like matter of fact, some Summer Fridays right on top. Completes the look. And that's it. And I'm probably just gonna wear my hair down like this. I might put on like a little headband to be like cute or whatever, but this is the look.